Aha, what is this? It is the latest issue, issue 5 of Nightmare Abbey, an excellent large format magazine which has gone back to the old days of publishing illustrated stories produced by horror writers. Tom English is in charge, and Haunted Places, Tormented Souls, and the Creeping Unknown. That's helpful. There's your contents list. As you can see, you've got the venerable Ramsey Campbell. Then you've got plenty of people who've been in supernatural tales down the years. Steve Duffy, Helen Grant, David Surface, Gary Fry, Ian Rogers, Steve Rasnick, Tem, and Gary McMahon. So more people who've been in ST than who haven't really, which is quite nice, I think. And as you can see, you've got some great illustrations here. Yeah, really cracking stuff. There's a dog. All sorts of stuff. And there's some great non-fiction too. I can recommend the fiction; it's all very good, but also the non-fiction is cracking stuff. Of City of the Dead. That is a wonderful film. It's got nothing to do with the City of the Dead really, but it's an excellent piece by John Llewellyn Probert about this really marvelous early 60s horror, starring Christopher Lee. Interestingly. And as you can see, the various stories in the interior illustrated. You've got the hideous history of American horror comics, something I don't know that much about. I know there was a huge controversy about them, and the comics code had to be invented so that they had more morality and stuff, uh, because it was one of those moral panic situations that they always have. Matt Cowan's Horror Delve. There's a lot of non-fiction, which I think is great. I used to have non-fiction in Supernatural Tales. It was virtually impossible to get anybody to write anything of quality for that. People just don't want to do it. They don't want to do reviews either. And, I got fed up. But anyway, this is a great story by David Surface. Always Know Where You Are. It's a very short, very punchy comment on modern America. Let me go back a bit. It's regularly story bound. Again, extremely good. Look at the illustrations, though. Marvelous stuff. Of Lupins by Steve Duffy is extremely controlled and balanced and very elegant story of a boy in a wilderness who comes across a farm and is employed there by the grumpy couple. It seems like one kind of tale, then it becomes another. Let's just put it that way. And it references one of the worst chapters in the whole of human history. Helen Grant, that story, is called Goldfish, which is great. It's all about goldfish. And as I say, Steve Rasnick Thames' story, The Return, is also extremely moving. I would recommend pretty much everything here. I would recommend Nightmare Abbey, and I would also recommend the other copies of it, and Black Infinity, which is the science fiction sister publication. Really, really good. Well done to all concerned and for reviving this great tradition